What has this offseason been like for you?
Well, I have been working a lot on my body and my weight, I guess we could call it. I've dropped like a lot of fat and increased a lot of muscle. I feel a lot lighter and a lot more athletic. I got in really good shape conditioning-wise, and I mean all that sort of stuff just really helps with everything on the court, you know.
So when Cal has said you look like a different dude in these workouts, you literally look like a different body out there?
Well, yeah, and even my mum's saying, like, you don't even look like who you were a year ago. And I've seen pictures and stuff, and I really don't. Like, my whole face, my body's changed. Like, everything's so different. And on the court, like, I really do feel, like, weirdly different. Like, I feel like I'm not carrying any dead weight anymore. I'm super light, like I'm doing everything at a really quick pace, and just everything's so different. Like it's something I really got to get used to be honest.
So what did you have to change just in your life to get to this point?
Well, I went home to Australia in like our break type thing, and I was working really hard there on conditioning and stuff like that because I knew I'd have to come back and be in good shape because like that's just me. Like I'm not someone. I mean, some people can go and be in shape in 5 minutes, but I'm not. So I spent those 4 weeks not really doing anything at home except for like working out and running and stuff like that. And I did a lot of hiking too, which surprisingly helps, like with endurance and stuff like that. But like I did that, and I was talking to my old coaches and stuff, and just got back to my roots almost, and just remembered like why I started basketball and why I love it and all that stuff. Not that I've lost any of that, but just to know how I was compared to what I was when I went home. And I kind of came back with such a different mentality and a different confidence, and then I started training really well, working out, whatever. And everything was just going really well. So yeah, just that confidence keeps getting bigger and bigger.
So some good hiking trails back home?
Not really, like
really?
Nothing. I mean, there are, but nothing. I think the ones here are nicer.
Yeah. You've done a lot of hiking, right?
Yeah, I did a lot. Pretty well every weekend in the summer, maybe twice a week. I'd go hiking around here.
Go to the Red River Gorge at all?
Yeah, I didn't go. I went there post-season, but it's really populated, and I didn't really like. I hated being stopped on a hike, so I kind of went places where no one was, and so I could just kind of
the point of hiking
do whatever.
Is to clear your head,
right. Right, and with people asking for photos every 5 minutes, it was just too much.
So, as young as you were last season, how challenging was it to make that leap after reclassifying and try to get your feet under you?
It took me a while. I'm not gonna lie. I was completely unaware to how everything worked here. I didn't know the competitiveness. I didn't really like all I knew was what the general public knew, like with the media and stuff like that. You really don't know like how it is once you're here. So it took me a while, a couple of months to figure that out. But then I started doing really well in practice and stuff. I mean, obviously I was super young and the games just weren't really coming for me yet. But towards the end of the season, I got an opportunity. I thought I did pretty well for that little chunk, and that kind of just gave me the knowledge and the confidence of what to do this year. So this year's going to be. It's going to be fine, nothing like last year, but for me anyway. But yeah.
So do you feel older? Do you feel?
I mean, yeah, it's really weird because all these new people are coming in. Like I'm younger than them, but I still feel like older than them. It's weird. I feel like I'm shedding knowledge on them and my experiences and helping them out a lot, and I like that a lot. So
that's sort of an interesting thing about Calipari's program is the sophomores kind of become veteran leaders just by virtue of staying around.
Right.
So do you feel sort of like a veteran?
Yeah, and it's really weird to think again purely because they're all younger than me. I mean, they're all older than me. Maybe not all of them. I think Sasha's the only one that's younger than me. But still, like, it's weird. But I mean, I'm happy to take on that role, and I know it's really hard here. So, and I had Alex and Marcus last year to help me through it, and that helped me a lot. So having just someone that knows what's expected is really, it's an asset for the young kids, I think.
What have you seen from those freshmen coming in on the court so far?
I mean, they're all obviously really talented. Malik and De'Aaron, probably the two that have stood out purely because they're guards and they always have the ball and they just get to control everything. So Yeah, I mean they're both very sneaky and they can get to the ring whenever they want. They're good shooters. Like, I mean, I don't know. I guess I'm just so used to like this level of basketball where everyone's just really good, and I don't. It's not like anyone's like, wow, like, oh my god. But everyone's super talented. It's gonna be a really good team.
What's it been like playing with Bam Adebayo and against Bam Adebayo? Both sides.
Well, he had his ankle or whatever during the summer, and we haven't really started it all yet. So haven't really had a chance to go against him. But I mean, I've heard great things, and I mean, I'm pretty sure he's like all good now. We're just waiting for that opportunity to kind of go against each other, and yeah, it's going to be. I mean, he better be scared. That's what I'm going to say. I'm kidding, but I'm not.
So, have you noticed a change in Isaiah Briscoe now that he's coming back as a sophomore and
Definitely
to take on that leadership?
Yeah,
role that Cal is?
for sure. Obviously, when you're given a role like that, you have to not change, but just change the way you kind of do things. And he's on the court. I mean, his shot is a lot better. He's shooting really well. He's getting to the basket. He's finishing pretty well everything, and he's leading us really well. I've been partnered with him for pretty well every drill that we've done. So getting that connection with him is good too, because at the end of the day, like, it'll be us on the court, like, doing that. So, and the others aren't. But I mean, just specifically, we've been working together. So, I mean, yeah, he's changed.
You mentioned Alex and Marcus and just learning from them. What did you learn from them, and was it tough to see those guys go?
Well, yes, it was definitely tough because I was close with both of them. They were some of my really good friends. But I mean, I completely understood both of their. I mean, Alex had to leave, and I understood Marcus's decision. But last year he would tell me like what to expect from practices, like how to go about them, and when Cal would be talking, like what is meaning, like all this sort of stuff, and when I would be lost, like they all knew the plays and we don't use plays, but you know what I mean, like the stuff that we run, like the back of their hands, like they just knew it, so it would just help a lot. So I know it's running out of time.
How has Ty Wynyard changed since last year? What have you seen from it? How has he progressed?
I think, I mean, he's doing well, but I think it's going to take not more time, but it's going to take time for him to for it to click. But yeah, I mean, he's doing fine, but yeah, he will be fine, but he just needs to really get in the gym and like work really hard on it. So.